make sure that it's appropriate for what stage they are. Like if they don't know how to do multiplication, you shouldn't be giving them an app that's geared toward multiplication. And then instructional design is how well it fits with kind of coming for the standards you're trying to address. So it's very similar to development of appropriateness, but more of just how does it fit with your lesson plan. Again, if you're teaching something with math, you don't want to give them an app about pronouns because they don't go well together. Engagement and motivation, is it fun for them to do, or is it something that's kind of tedious? I remember when we were in elementary school, we had to do Study Island, which was supposed to be fun, but it was just like the worst thing on the planet, and nobody wanted to do it. Balance of interactive features is, yes, it's fun, but it's not so fun that they're not learning anything. They're not just playing a game to play the game. And accessibility is how easily can your students get to this? Can they get to it if they need to outside of class, if it's for homework, just stuff like that.
Okay, now we have another interactive thing for you guys to do. If the QR code thing works for you guys, there's another QR code you can scan. If not, if you could go to kahoot.it, and Kahoot is spelled K-A-H-O-O-T, and then instead of .com, it's .it. You guys will see your name appear on the board. Yep, so once you get there, you can type in this game pin, which is, if you can't read it, it's 652012.
Mine's the way.
Yes, Kahoot.it, and then type it. So we've got Blair right now in on it.
And then you get to
Kelly, Gail,
whoever you want.
I know how to decide.
Jen. So yeah, everyone just pops up on here, and we're going to explain to you later how you can use this in the classroom, but this is just a fun little game with like questions for examples, and someone else is going to, Kale's going to explain later how you can use it in the classroom.
And I think for time, let's just do 4 questions, and then we have our prizes. So there is incentive for doing well.
Is everyone who wants to go, are you all on there?
Anyone need help? All right, we can start the game. So this is Game of Phone. How many school districts in the U.S. use iPads in their classrooms? And if you look on your phone, there's going to be little shapes, and you press the shape that you would like. You're good. All right, so 7 people picked the diamond. And right now, Kelly's in the lead. She answered the correct answer and got it first.
Way to go, Kelly.
It's about time the Game of Thrones.
Woo, woo.
Question 2 is, what percentage of teachers said classroom computers improve student performance? Oh, only 4 people picked the correct answer on this one out of
New leader, John Boy. Oh.
What percentage of high schoolers grades 9 through 12 have access to a mobile device? Nope. No. Actually, 80%.
Oh. Are you Blair?
I am.
Oh, new leader.
All right.
Person to beat right here.
Let's go with middle schoolers. What percentage of middle schoolers have access to mobile devices? All right. And another new leader, Jeff. I think we need to do a couple more. We got to figure out
Okay,
later.
2 more. 2 more. Pressure's on.
And then same question, but with elementary school students.
Students is spelled wrong.
Oh, it is.
Well, your teacher, So 45%. All of our research for this is at the end of the slide, so you guys can look at it and find all the websites and answer the question. J-Hop is still in the lead. What percentage of teachers say posting homework assignments online increases insecurity? We're pretty all across the board on that one.
Oh.
And Jayhawk is our winner.
Okay.
We have a prize for you.
So where's Jayhawk? Oh,
Yeah.
Jayhawk up here.
Gotcha.
Who's Bill?
Bill got second place.
All right. And who's John Boy?
Right here.
John Boy, you get a dum-dum. No pun intended.
That's what my grandkids say.
Great, thanks guys. So this is Kahoot.it, easy to put in content, easy to play.
Yeah. As you guys can see, this is a fun way for AFLs and AOLs in the classroom because you get immediate feedback and data with your results, so the students can immediately see what they need to study before a test or what they need to work on and what they've done well. So it just helps make a quick, easy, competitive way for the students to study and enjoy doing it.
Okay, and then this is a little app called Bouncy Balls, and this is a way, it's actually a website. You put it on your screen. If the kids are working on group work or whatever, the balls actually move to when your voice goes. And so as you can tell, the balls are pretty slow, but if everyone yells, they'll go off really.
Yay!
There you go, and there's different things you can put on the screen, and it's a visual for the kids just while they're just working in groups, just to see, okay, my noise level is really low or really high, just to keep them monitoring and something. I think it's pretty cool. And that's just bounceballs.com. Alright, this is Class Dojo. In Class Dojo, you put your students into like an online class, and you can like record their behavior or stuff like that, and then you can send it to the parents either at the end of the day or at the end of the week or whatever. And it's a communication through teachers, students, and administrators or whoever needs to be involved, and it's all through an online thing. We have a video.
I think we gotta go past the video maybe because of time. Yeah. No, just click through it. And click through again. There we go.
Alright, this is Pocket, and it is an interactive app, and something a lot of people like about it is there is no need for internet connection. And a bunch of teachers will use this in classrooms. It's available on iPhones, iPads, on computers, and let's say you have a video you really like, you can save it into Pocket, or you have an article you really like, you can also save it into Pocket. It's kind of like a virtual folder, I guess you could say. It keeps everything you need in there if you're working on a project. It's user-friendly, great for all ages, and teachers seem to really enjoy it in classrooms.
I have a question about Pocket versus Dropbox. What's the difference?
I personally have not used Dropbox before. Is there anyone?
You don't have to have internet.
Right.
Dropbox is more for files, and this is for saving like articles.
What if you wanted to say like student writing?
Probably Dropbox to save a file versus an article.
Mm-hmm.
So Seesaw is a website where students can take notes on different ways, whether it's like photos or videos. It's just fun and interactive for them, and then the teachers can go in and organize and look at how they're learning. They can invite the parents and families to look at what the kids are studying with, and it's just a good way to keep everybody in touch and a fun way for students to study.
Alright, so a lot of you probably have used Evernote before, which is basically just a note-taking or organizational tool. But Evernote Peak is completely different from that. It's available in the app, or you can also go to the website. And basically what you can do is create flashcards virtually. And I've actually tried this out, and it's pretty cool, kind of similar to Quizlet's flashcards in a way. And you can basically use the little cover of the iPad there as the flashcard, and you can pull that up and flip it. And if you don't have one, then the app will just create one. And it's very user-friendly. Something I really like about it is very organized. You can make
different sections for different subjects. So let's say you're like, oh, I need to study for my physics class. You can make a physics section and make a bunch of questions, and you can pull down the cover and look at the question, then pull it up and look at the answer. So it's great. I've personally used it. I love using it. It's helped me out in a bunch of my classes.
Next up, we have Notability. This is a great resource for the students to use. It is on Apple devices, so iPads or iMacs. And what it does is it simplifies note-taking for students in the classroom. So if the classroom has a set of iPads or a student has an iPad, they can download your PowerPoint or your presentation. And for the students who are scrambling to write notes, they can record your voice and record the lecture in the classroom. They can type on it if their typing is easier for them, and organizing it so they have note shelves that they can store for different things, like they can make a bookshelf for science, for ELA, for social studies, and they can put it on there, and then if they go home and they have more Apple devices or they go to a friend's house, they can all log in to Notability on their app and study with it.
So I'm sure a lot of you have heard or used BrainPop before as a resource. And BrainPop is also one of our business partners as well. And basically, BrainPop is a great resource for watching videos or playing games about certain subjects. And a lot of teachers use it to support what they're teaching or maybe to transition into a subject and get students motivated and interested. So BrainPop is a really great tool for videos and also sometimes has tests and games after each video. And kids can also have it on their school iPad or whatever, and they have personal games and videos that kids can watch. So yeah, it's a very good tool. Okay, AV Mouselight is an app that you can download. It is free. It is mainly geared towards elementary students. It starts off easy with different games, quizzes, stuff like that. It starts with easy addition, and then it levels up every single time, so you progress through it. And it's not just like these quizzes, fun games, good extra practice for students, and it also records how well you do on the quizzes that you do and the games you play. So it's really good feedback for your teachers with the students, how they're doing, and you can see how well they're progressing, how far ahead they are, or the student is behind, they need to catch up. It's just a really good way.
And I know I personally use this in our special education class that I work with. They use this a lot because the kids have trouble focusing sometimes, like especially when you're just looking at a paper and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do 10 problems, like that's crazy. And so our kids really enjoy this because it also like it stops at like a level, and so if they're having a lot of trouble with subtraction, they'll have like more subtraction problems.
Okay, so this is Telegami, and we actually have used Telegami. You'll actually see we have made a few Telegami avatars throughout this presentation. They are customized avatars, and you can get it online. It's an app, and there's a free version, but you can also get like the EDU version, yes, where you can have all these extra features and stuff. You can make your avatar look like you. You can record your voice, and the avatar will say what you record.
And I think a lot of teachers like using it in classrooms a lot of times for directions. So let's say you're working with an elementary school class. I know there can be hard times getting kids to focus and listen to you. If you put something up on the smart board or up on the screen and you make a Telegami and you record your voice, you can record directions or read something over there, and it's a more interactive way to get your students to listen to you and pay attention.
I know it's a great attention grabber. We actually used this in our class. We recorded our 30-second elevator speeches on it, and it was really fun because we got to sit there and you could hear your own voice, but it's on an avatar. The pay version, you can actually choose the different voices you want, but we really enjoyed this app.
Telegami is a mobile app that allows you to create an avatar that communicates to your students in a new, fun way.
So that's an example of a Telegami.
We'll see a few of them throughout the presentation.
So now we're going to take a brain break. So get on your feet.
Are you totally jazzed for our dance workout? Sort of jazzed. I'm tired. So that's a yes. Hit it. Woo! This makes you feel tired. Oh, I got this. 7, 8, happen. See? That's way better. Wow. Yeah. Okay, ready for the next move? Sure. Neil, I thought you remembered. Yeah, I'm just feeling down right now, you know? I don't have it in me. Come on, dude. You got this, right? 7, 8, happen. Oh, man, see? Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, always. Oh, that's way over here. Third move.
So fun.
That's me. That's all right. That's me.
Saved by the bell, so to speak. Go noodle.
So now we have some research that shows the importance of brain breaks, and not only why students enjoy brain breaks, but how it can help them through their studies. So these studies were done by a student at Pennsylvania State University, and they did an observation on the girls and boys' focusedness before a brain break, a short 3-minute brain break like Zappa Zappa Make It Happen, and then after. And as you can see, their focusedness was raised by 20%. And then another study was done with a 20-minute walk during class, and they measured their brains and the focusedness, and there was more activity going on in the brain after the 20-minute walk, and those students were able to score better on the test.
Okay, so Trivia Crack is another kind of like a brain break tool, but also helps the students get engaged because it's a really fun game you can play. There are 6 different subjects: world geography, art, science, sports, entertainment, and history. So this is a fun competitive tool where the kids can get engaged, play games, learn about all of these subjects, and have fun.
Okay, this is ABC Mouse. If there's any like elementary school teachers here, this is a great tool to use in the classroom for like preschool and kindergarten students. It helps them learn the things that they do need to know for kindergarten. There were studies that show that a lot of children that go in don't know how to count to 10, they don't know their letters or their numbers, and so this tool is a great way to help them have a running start when they come into school. This is the website, but it's free to all the schools and the school districts. So if like you teachers want to use it in class, it uses fun games that how the kids interact with. And if like the parents want to use it at home, it's free the first month, and then it's $7.95 for the following months. So.
Alright, next up we have EduCreations, and just a quick show of hands, have any of you guys incorporated flip teaching into any of your classrooms? Well, I'm sure you guys have heard of it. EduCreations is an app. Usually teachers will typically use it on iPhones, and they can make lesson plans on the iPad, and they can link it up to a website, and the students can actually go to the lesson, and they can watch the lesson, teachers can write on it, and they can do voiceovers, which is really nice. And something that a lot of students like, I personally use EduCreations, is that you can fast forward it, you can rewind it, so if teacher's going too slow, I can maybe fast forward a bit, or if I need more time, I can rewind it and rewatch something. Alright, and then this is GeoGebra. It also kind of goes hand in hand with educreations with the flip teaching. But also, do we have any math teachers in here? No? Well, for teaching math, a lot of teachers like this because it shows the links between all the maths, but it focuses on geometry and algebra, and it's also a flip teaching, so teachers will make lessons and link it up to a website, and it teaches the kids how to do math, and they can fast forward it, rewind it, use all these different ways to learn math.
So Explain Everything is basically a virtual whiteboard that you can log in and your students can also log in, and you can have presentations on there to click on, or articles, pictures, whatever. You can create different whiteboards for different classes, and kids can also make their own presentations on here as well that you can also view. And so it's just a great tool if you want to present something, or if kids wanted, if they missed a day and they wanted to look on Explain Everything and just see what they missed for the day, that's also a good tool for that. Alright, and Zondel is basically a game to use to study, and it kind of has the flashcards sort of vibe to it, where there's a question and an answer, and you can type questions and answers, and then Zondel automatically creates many different games for those. And so it's just a fun alternative way to use those flashcard question and answer, and kids won't really feel like they're studying, but instead it'll feel like they're learning and having fun. So that's a very good tool for any age level, really.
Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying this presentation. I was created by these awesome Blue Valley CAP students using Telegami, a mobile app.
Okay, so I don't know if any of you guys have ever used Telegami before, but the best way I could possibly explain it is an educational Facebook. The teachers can create their own groups and add all of these students and their teachers and their parents if they wanted to, and they could make posts about assignments that are coming up, reminders, you can post links, you can turn in assignments. It is very easy communication between teacher, student, teacher, parent, teacher. It goes all sorts of ways. You can really, it's a really good tool to use, especially if you're trying to create that easier communication with your classroom.
I know I took health online over the summer, and we used this on there. So, because every week we had to find a website that, or like an article that talked about something with helpful news. So we would post the website and have like a little description about it, and then each week we also had to comment on 2 of the posts, and we had to like write about like what we thought was interesting or what we did not like about it. And I also use this for National Honor Society. We use this for like if you miss a meeting, because we have like short meetings every once in a while. If you miss it, it talks about what you missed. It also has different like your community service papers on there that you can like find and print out. And very okay. This is the WWF app. The pictures that are scrolling here are actually screenshots from an iPad. It's more geared towards elementary school. If you're going to have like animal projects, it shows a lot of facts about the animals, and it's free. And it also like just by downloading the app, you're helping out the World Wildlife Fund. So it's also great for giving back to animals.
Okay. So, clickers, we're not passing out booths. We only have like 5 minutes, so we're just going to speed through some of these. Clickers is really cool. It's great for assessments of and for learning. You pass out to your students all these little cards, and they're all assigned to each student's name. And you have a question, pull up on the board, and then you use an iPad.
Morgan and Courtney, why don't you guys show them the cards?
And you scan the classroom, and it picks up everyone's answers, and it pulls them up on the screen as either a graph, when it just shows you that they answered them, and then you can export the data later to save it. We were going to do a demo, but again, we're running short on time. It's really cool if you want to stay after. We can show you how they work if you're more interested. They're really nice because you could only print them off one time and then assign them to a student for the whole year and have them stick them in that little front clear pocket of their binder, or even laminate a copy for them, and then whenever you have it, they just hold it up and you turn the piece of paper based on the question.
So all she would have to do, the teacher would have to do with the iPad, you literally just do this, and it'll pick up Megan, it'll pick up everyone across the room, instead of me having to go person by person. It has the capability to go all the way through the classroom and pick up each of the individual clicker cards.
It's great if you don't have a set of clickers or you don't want to use their cell phones, but you still want to do a quick assessment. Works great.
Studying caps was really fun and easy, and it was actually just interesting. So you're sitting there like, oh, like what is this? And then when they explain it, it's really fun.
So Quizlet is another study tool where kids can study in a fun way. So it'll motivate them to study more than other old ways. So it has different games like flashcards or quizzes or games online that you can study with. You can track how you're doing, and both teachers and students have said it's very fun and very effective.
And you can also make an account on there. So like a teacher can make an account. I know in my psychology class, we made an account, and he had all the different terms that we needed to know and the definitions on there. And so you could just go in, and he made us take the quiz at the end, and we had to get an 80% or higher before we could actually take the test.
Okay, Shelby is another app where you can, the teachers can, there's a video for this. Yeah. Okay, so the teachers can send out assignments to the kids over a website, and they can keep track of what they're doing, and it's another easy way, as opposed to a lot of paperwork. This is just a really easy way for it.
Okay, so this is Pinterest. Many of you probably used it either inside the classroom or personally. We actually have a CAPS teacher ed page that you are more than welcome to follow. We have multiple ideas on there. We have like mobile technology boards. We have all different like technology, school safety, classroom organization, all different things, different subjects. And also, like, you can see different ideas of how to incorporate it in there. And a lot of the apps we are showing you are under our mobile technology board, so that you can see them.
Okay, Remind used to be called Remind 101, and now it's actually called Remind, but we use this in the classroom as a communication tool. You can have your students actually automatically join, so you don't have to sit and add in each student individually, so it's a time saver. But it sends a direct text message to students, so it's probably for older students or for parents, to remind them of things. So, you have to be at the building at 6 o'clock a.m. to leave, or don't forget you have a field trip tomorrow, you need this form turned in. In addition, it's great for parents. I know I always take a group to the National FEA, now it's Educators Rising Conference. Last year we were in Washington, D.C., and I had all the parents join a group. So I knew, and they knew, that if anything happened in Washington, D.C., they would get an immediate text. And I felt better knowing they might hear something from me before they saw it on the news. So that's very good. Okay. Next is Canvas. You saw them here today as a vendor. We use Canvas in class as our learning management system, just in CAPS, in our teacher ed program. The students seem to like it. We used something different last year, and we're all experimenting with different formats, but they really do like Canvas.
This is an additional way for teachers to incorporate technology in classrooms.
Blabberrise is what you saw the little gentleman from Game of Thrones talking with. The students can actually make pinpoints around a mouth, and that will actually allow them to then record something that they're saying, and the picture looks like it's actually talking. You can think it would be much more effective for a student doing a report, say, on Abraham Lincoln, to actually have Abraham Lincoln speaking and giving the talk rather than the student, and so it's a great tool to use.
Thank you all for coming. We hope you enjoyed this presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to ask any of the CAP students. That's all.
I'd like to make a comment. In all my years of teaching, I've
Thank you so
Learn-
much. We
Tony,
really
learn
appreciate
more.
that.
For your time, you guys need to address, like, the superintendent's group in the state, and they need to bring you to the school districts to do this. Because I just went to an in-service a couple of days ago, and what you guys did in less than an hour, it took us 3.5 hours and was not nearly as interesting as forward. So, thanks.
Thank you.
The future of education is in great hands.
Are there any questions that you have for these young folks?
If you want this presentation, it's again on the QR code that you have, so you can scan it at home, and it'll be there. And all of our resources are on the final slide, so if you want to look at any of those stats from Kahoot to show your administrators or anything, it's all there for you guys.
And also, when you go to the website, when you scan and go to the website that's on your handout, we do have some contact information, so if you have questions afterwards, feel free to email us or contact us in some way. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you coming.